Positive self-talk is such a buzzword in the development of higher level athletes. So Debbie, what is positive self-talk and why is it important for the development of our all-star athletes?
It is so important. We all have two voices in our head that are speaking to us at all times. The first one is the critical voice, and it's the largest and the loudest, unfortunately, and it tells us everything that we're doing wrong, all the mistakes that we're making, just how bad we're doing things. Then we have a smaller voice, which should be made larger, and that is the positive voice that tells us you are a great human being. You can do anything you want. Many times in our life, we've all been taught that we should not be proud or haughty, and so to say something positive about ourselves makes us feel that way. I think positive self-talk is essential to successfulness in life.
So Dr. Kennedy, now that we know what positive self-talk is, how can we develop this with our athletes and then really make it a habit?
Well, you think of self-talk as a habit that we're developing every day inside and outside of our programs. So at school, at home with our families, we're developing our own kind of self-talk. And the research has actually identified that most athletes use 3 different kinds of self-talk. The first is the first person, I can do this. The second would be, you can do this, in a second person. And the third is when you kind of use your name and personalize it. So for myself, I'd be like, come on, Kennedy, you got this. And when they would then, have their self-talk and then attempt their skill, the people that used their name had the highest success rate. In fact, using I had the lowest success rate.
Really, that's strange because I would have thought that the first person would have been more effective.
We've got no problem letting ourselves down and breaking promises to ourselves. And of course, think of the last time you went on a diet. It was very easy to break that promise. But it's harder for us to break promises to other people. So when I say second person, or if I use my name, it's almost like I have this coach inside my head who is cheering me on, and I don't want to let that person down. Debbie, you must have a bunch of good ideas and techniques that you use in your programs.
I use a lot of different methods. I have a positive box that I have them do. They write inspirational thoughts on it or words on the box, and then every time they pass that box, they have to write something positive about themselves. If they're very young, they draw a picture of something positive about themselves. For the older ones, like juniors and high school age, I take a note card, a 4x6 index card, and they have to write 10 affirmation statements on that card about themselves, like I'm a great person. I'm a good listener. And then they read that 5 to 6 times a day. Another concept is to take a dream box and make it at home. And then every night before you go to bed, you write something that you did to get closer to attaining that goal. I think it's very important that we all have our own positive self-talk mantra. Like mine, for instance, is, I can do anything if I work hard enough at it.
Wow, these are some great activities for us to use. And the USASF also has additional resources that can be found online. What I love about today is that the impact of positive self-talk is so contagious for our athletes and for our coaches. You're really wanting to make us use this tool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.